I'd be like,
hey,
hey
look,
man,
dog. I ain't
sorry,
gonna be able
bro.
to make it, boss man. You
Yeah.
see, bro. Hey, look, I got a picture.
I'm
I got a picture
trying.
this time.
I'm trying.
I'm
You
trying.
know?
Boy, I'll be sitting up there drinking the sweet tea, kicked
That's-
up. Hey, boss, they. What you want me to do? I can't hit them. That's gonna be on you, dog. Like, I would have shit. I'd be like, thank y'all, man. I really did not feel like working today. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it.
I be thanking the protesters. I'll be like, yo, y'all stay out here. Y'all be out here tomorrow.
Yeah, y'all gonna be here tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna slide through and get some bagels for y'all, man. Y'all want some bagels? I'll bring some bagels. Dunkin' Donuts.
Go get them bagels, bro.
But like I said, I don't like the fact that people conflate peaceful with convenience when it comes to protesting. That's not how protests work. If the protest isn't fucking convenient, then nobody's gonna goddamn pay attention. I don't know why it's so hard to understand. Like 2-year-olds don't throw hissy fits because they don't throw hissy fits like this. Mother, I am absolutely perturbed by your behavior. So I'm going to stand over here quietly in the corner and not bother you so that you understand how upset I am at this situation.
This one about the pro-Palestine marchers that are blocking essentially the bridges in New York City. What's your opinion on protesters essentially blocking bridges or blocking roads? Because I know you are more of a free speech absolutist, but I just want to get your take on it.
Yeah, no, block shit. Like, I mean, I don't know. People can't, I don't know. What's funny is, my take on it is protests are protests. I'm one of those people that, like, the fact that we have, when people say they didn't have a permit for that protest, duh, motherfucker, it's a protest. It isn't like a protest at your convenience. It's a protest. And I'm like, felt that way about protests regardless of what the subject of the protest is. Now, I know there are a lot of people on, there are good folks on both sides who will flip-flop when it comes to protests. For example, let's talk about J6, for example. All of a sudden, liberals love the federal government. They believe that everything that the government is doing is correct, that the elections are perfectly legitimate. Donald Trump doesn't have the right to challenge elections if he wants to, or people don't have the right to protest the results of the election if they don't feel that the election is legitimate. Like, I'm all about that. Fuck the government. Hey, y'all want to... I get so mad, Jay. I get so mad, JB, when people get mad and say that this is an insurrection. That is some bullshit. That is not even close to insurrection. I was disappointed. Actually, that was not an insurrection. They ain't challenged nobody. I ain't seen near not a gun. I ain't seen near not a nothing that was going to take one guy out of power and put some people in power. That's not what that was. That was a very rowdy protest. And like Glenn Greenwald said in his debate with Destiny and the Cranston brothers, like, the only people who got killed were actually Trump supporters. So, but then on the other side of that fence, you got the conservatives, right? Who will say, run them over. They're stopping traffic. What happened? So we don't like protests because it's inconvenient. Like, that's the whole point of a protest. Because I remember those same conservatives during the pandemic, they were chastising people and attacking what's his name, Trudeau, because he was doing what? Punishing protesters for blocking traffic. Most of whom were conservatives. And they were pissed and calling Trudeau a fascist and saying that he was infringing on their what we would call our First Amendment right, or the right to protest, because he was a fascist. Mm-hmm. Sending those protesters from January 6th to jail for protesting is also fascist. And if they decide to block traffic because it's but what they're trying to show, by the way, for those of you who are curious, they're blocking traffic to show you how fucking difficult it is to live your life when there's a goddamn blockade. It's pretty simple. That shit would suck, yeah. But, like, let's be real, guys. Like, unless it's a crazy emergency, which I didn't see any evidence of, like, them not letting an ambulance through or a fire truck through, which, by the way, if it was in Gaza, that ambulance wouldn't have gotten through. And if it did, it would have been bombed before it reached its destination. But, like, that wasn't what they're doing. They were inconveniencing people's lives. And you have the luxury of calling ahead, like, hey, man, these goddamn roads are blocked. I'm going to have to take the long way. It's going to be a long night. Like, And it is what it is. Like, it sucks. You're gonna complain, but I bet you'll do a lot of research to figure out why these people are protesting. That's the point. While you're sitting in your goddamn car, not doing anything, go ahead, turn off Sirius. They don't even have Rude Jude on Sirius, so I know you ain't listening to nothing. And go ahead and pull out your iPhone and research and figure out why they're protesting. Instead of bitching about the methodology, maybe you should figure out why people are willing to go through such extreme lengths to bring attention to an issue.
I mean, yeah. Let me share this with you and the rest of the audience too, because this is what happened yesterday. And were people complaining? Absolutely.
Of course.
So it says, breaking: Holland Tunnel exit is being blocked in Manhattan by pro-Palestine protesters as a part of a larger action to disrupt New York City rush hour. Let's take a look at this. And
disrupt New York City, like you didn't really need help disrupting New York City's rush hour.
Not really, but
not really, but you know.
On the bus, stand now! And the siege on the bus, stand now! And the siege on Gaza now!
They say they want peaceful protest. That's about peaceful as you're gonna get, honestly. They say they want peaceful protest. It's peaceful protest. Peaceful does not mean convenient. I don't know why people keep confusing the two.
People literally trying to move them out of the way.
But there's people on the street back there right now.
All right, now they lucky, motherfucker. You know, New York, you hit a pedestrian, that's your ass. They don't give a damn what the reason is. It's always your fault. Don't fuck around, pay somebody. Don't fuck around, pay somebody.
Nope.
All right.
Because if you hit it, because guess what? That's a liability. If he touches them with his car, and if they get hurt, that's a liability for him.
Yeah. Y'all see any deductibles out here now? All right. The lottery, well, you got a couple more months to the lottery supposed to hit. Don't pay them out early. All right.
Car insurance is high. Have you seen Geico? High.
Shit. Bruh. I'm paying car insurance for a car I'm not even driving. My mom driving it. Lord, baby Jesus. I said, I'm 35 years old. How the hell is my insurance going in the opposite direction? That is not the lie I was told whenever I was growing up. My insurance is supposed to be cheaper now than it's ever been. We ain't gonna get into that though. That's a whole different rant. I'm not gonna get into that right now. I'm pissed, bro. I'm pissed. Why my goddamn car insurance is about as much as my rent? Oh my God. Here we go.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, you know, but at the same time, does that guy really want to make that? Does he really want to take that risk? And especially a lot of these people who are willing to take that risk are taking it for rich folks who don't give a shit about them, that just take their surplus labor anyway. So it's like, why are you risking that for them? Right? Yeah. It's like you literally have an excuse to not, you know, if you drive it on the clock. Man, I'd be like, hey, man.
I ain't gonna be able to make it, boss, man. He's wrong. Hey, look, I got a picture. I got a picture this time. I'm trying. I'm trying, boy. I'll be sitting up there drinking the sweet tea, kicked up. Hey, boss, they what you want me to do? I can't hit them. That's gonna be on you, dog. Like, I would have shit. I'd be like, thank y'all, man. I really did not feel like working today. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it.
I be thanking the protesters. I'll be like, yo, y'all stay out here. Y'all be out here tomorrow?
Yeah, y'all gonna be here tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna slide through and get some bagels for y'all, man. Y'all want some bagels? I'll bring some bagels. Don't get them.
Go get them bagels, bro.
But like I said, I don't like the fact that people conflate peaceful with convenience when it comes to protesting. That's not how protests work. If the protest isn't fucking convenient, then nobody's gonna goddamn pay attention. I don't know why it's so hard to understand. Like, 2-year-olds don't throw hissy fits because, like, they don't throw hissy fits like this. Mother, I am absolutely perturbed by your behavior. So I'm going to stand over here quietly in the corner and not bother you so that you understand how upset I am at this situation. No, they kicking shit, throwing shit, kicking you, punching the ground. If he white, he might bang his head up against the wall. Like, that's because it's like, nah, you don't pay attention to me. That is what a protest is. And at the end of the day, if you have a problem with that very, very basic, quote unquote, disturbance of the peace, if you will, like, then you're not pro free speech. You're not pro First Amendment, rather, right? Whenever people that's how I felt about the liberals when they were bitching. Whenever people were out there protesting the lockdowns. Or conservatives, when they were bitching, when people were protesting, oh my God, y'all burning property and burning their community. First of all, we already talked about this, white people. That ain't our shit. That is not black people's shit. Stop acting like it is. We keep telling y'all this. That's why they don't give a fuck. They ain't going to the hood and burning down the hood. They going right outside that motherfucker. Right outside where you gentrified, and they burning that shit down. That's not their fault. That is what it is. But at the end of the day, property can be rebuilt, bro, but that's protesting, dog. You need to show people, especially the people in power, how pissed you are and how far you're willing to go and how desperate you are to achieve your means. Like, that's just, it is what it is. It's not fun. Protesting isn't supposed to be fun. It's not pretty. Protesting isn't supposed to be pretty because whatever you're protesting, likely in some way, form, or fashion, is a life or death situation. Whether it's life or death now or life or death later on down the line, but it's still a life or death situation. Yeah. Especially this one. Like, if there was ever a reason to block fucking traffic, I feel like 10,000 kids dying at the hands of bombs from being dropped by Israel, signed by the United States of America, is a perfectly justified reason to stop traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have them literally sitting on the ground in cold weather. Like, this is not a picnic. And so for them, it's like, okay, yeah, we got to do this. Why? Because people are literally dying in a country by means of our federal dollars, right?
Bruh, y'all know how long, y'all got to know they suffering, dog. JB is living in Florida. He got a jacket on right now. It's probably 80 degrees out there. JB got, so you know, if they up there in New York in the middle, they freezing, dog. And that they're still... You think they're wearing a mask because they scared of COVID? No. They're freezing to death. But they're still out there. Why? Because that's how much the issue means to them, and that's how far they're willing to go and what they're willing to put themselves through because of how important the issue is. Imagine if everybody blocked traffic. Imagine the motherfuckers blocked the entrance to the Capitol before Congress with them for a stupid-ass vote that we know, to give money to the military-industrial complex, to give money to Israel, to do whatever, to steal elections, to allow AIPAC to steal elections. For on behalf, kick out Cynthia McKinney. I was looking at a video today, a clip. There was a race in Rhode Island where they were trying to get out a Republican, actually, because he wasn't pro-Israel enough back in the day. So, like, imagine if people block traffic so that people would pay attention to AIPAC. Would people agree on that? Like, all of a sudden, if they block traffic in DC? Probably, to be honest with you. Right? Like, but that's the problem, is people decide when it is and is not okay to protest based off of what side they support. Yeah. There's no consistency. Absolutely. Oh, shout out to Lauren Chin, by the way. Lauren Chin she's kind of like conservative-ish. She's like a libertarian, I would say. But like, she generally has conservative takes for the most part. However, in her defense, she came out, she was perfect on Palestine. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Lauren, it surprised me a bit. I didn't expect you to go that hard for Palestine. But then two, when her conservative brothers and sisters came out and started complaining about blocking roads, she was like, y'all, I'm confused. Because she's Canadian and she was going hard against Trudeau when he was trying to sanction people's paychecks and taking GoFundMe's and you remember that whole situation? Like, she was going hard. Like, no, that's not cool. You can't support the government doing that because that's basically them punishing people for protesting, especially in that particular case, which is protesting putting something in their bodies. So like, she came out and said, I'm confused, conservative friends. What happened? I thought that we were okay with blocking traffic. So when is it okay to block traffic and when is it not okay to block traffic? She said that. That's a conservative saying that. So I'm not the only one seeing this level of inconsistency coming from both sides. But yeah, I'm always okay with protesting. Now, it's not just a right. It is a necessity. It's a duty to protest. And it is a duty to cause civil disobedience in those specific type of ways, especially in the U.S. when you know that your country is in some way, form, or fashion directly responsible for the deaths of those 10,000 kids, those some 20,000, 25,000 people, those that had no chance of fighting back. And no, I hate when people say they should just leave. Leave fucking where, bro? They don't got an airport. Like they have a, not only, once again, just like I said, not even a right to protest. In this particular case, especially, they have a duty to do whatever they can to bring attention to that issue, because they're probably realizing the same way that a lot of people are. They were quiet for way too goddamn long on this issue.
Yep. And in fact, there's going to be a major, massive protest this Saturday in Washington, D.C. again.
Good.
For Gaza.
Is that why Elon been censoring the shit out of Palestine posts over the last few days? I know I'm not the only one who witnessed that. Am I the only one who's seeing it?
Look, we're going to have to get into Elon in a minute, but I'm going to tell you right now. Ooh, see, this is why I don't like people like him, because he will feign and be like, "Oh, I'm for free speech," blah blah blah. You know what? I'm gonna save it for the segment. But people like him, look.
Oh, don't get me started. You're not about Elon.
Nah. See, here's the thing.
JB, thanks, Q. Look at you, about
to go off. About to have a conniption.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Elon.
Yep.
What pisses me off more than Elon is his supporters. That's the only thing that pisses me off more than Elon himself.
Yep.
It's like Cowboys and Cowboys fans. I swear to God.
Thank you so very much for watching my channel, and I deeply appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. If you wish to support the channel further so I can keep bringing you content that is educational and informative, you can become a patron on patreon.com/Jaybefaunt. You can find that link in the pinned comment or in the description below. No matter what you give, you'll be supporting independent media and education that helps make the world better. Thank you so much, and you can watch more of my content here. Mwah. Forehead kisses, and have a beautiful day.